Do you want to know the secret to turning your dreams into reality? If yes, then wait. The story of the alchemist can change your life. Missing it means running away from your dreams. Let's begin. Friends, The Alchemist is a book that has transformed the lives of millions. Written by Paulo Coelho. It helps you recognize the dreams hidden within you and shows the path to fulfilling them. In today's story, I will summarize it for you in Hindi, so you can listen and change the direction of your life. The story begins in a beautiful and peaceful small village in Spain. There lives a young shepherd named Santiago. Santiago's life is simple. He roams around the village and nearby areas with his flock of sheep. Every day, he takes care of his sheep, finds lush green grass for them to graze on, and sleeps under the open sky at night. His life may seem ordinary, but his heart is far from it. Santiago always dreams big. He yearns for something extraordinary and significant beyond the world he sees around him. Even though he is a shepherd, his mind is always imagining new places and weaving new stories. He loves reading books and often loses himself in the worlds described in them while being with his sheep one night. While sleeping in an old, abandoned church, he has a dream. But it's not an ordinary dream. It's a recurring one, as if something is constantly reminding him. In the dream, he finds himself in the golden deserts of Egypt, with vast sand dunes stretching as far as the eye can see. Amidst these dunes stand the magnificent pyramids. Santiago sees that near the pyramids lies a place where a treasure is hidden. The dream feels so vivid and real that he is left in awe. When he wakes up in the morning, he feels a strange restlessness. Could this dream be a sign? Is there really a treasure waiting for him? Santiago spends days pondering over the dream. His heart tells him that this is not just a figment of his imagination but a sign of a profound truth. Although he is content with his life as a shepherd, the dream calls him toward a new journey. This journey will teach him life's greatest lessons and test him like never before. Santiago struggles to understand the meaning of his dream. Is it just a trick of the mind? Or is it unveiling a deep truth? He asks himself many questions. Should he take this dream seriously, or forget about it and return to his daily routine? His heart remains restless, and he cannot decide how to interpret the message hidden in the dream. Amid this dilemma, Santiago meets an old, mysterious man. This man doesn't seem ordinary. There's depth in his eyes, and his words touch Santiago's heart. The man introduces himself as Melchizedek, the king of Salem. At first, Santiago refuses to believe him. But gradually he realizes that this man might help him understand his dream and life's purpose. Melchizedek tells Santiago that every person has a personal legend, their ultimate purpose in life. He says, "This purpose is why you are here in this world." Everyone has a dream, but very few dare to fulfill it. Most people forget their dreams because they fear the challenges they encounter along the way. Melchizedek teaches Santiago another important lesson. He says, when you truly listen to your heart and decide to pursue your dreams, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve them. This universe is a force that will guide you, lead you in the right direction, and support you in making your dreams come true. But you must trust your heart's voice. Hearing this, something changes within Santiago. He realizes that his dream is not just a dream but his life's purpose. Melchizedek gives him a talisman containing two small stones, Urim and Thummim. These stones will help Santiago determine right from wrong during moments of confusion on his journey. Melchizedek's words deeply move Santiago. He understands that if he doesn't chase his dream, he will lose his life's purpose forever. This old king acts as a beacon of light, inspiring Santiago to take the first step toward his destiny. Santiago decides to embark on his journey, unaware of the challenges and adventures that await him to pursue his dream. Santiago makes a bold decision. He sells his sheep, which were not only his livelihood but also his only support. He had spent a significant part of his life with them, waking up with them every morning, tending to them, and sharing his thoughts with them. But now, in his desire to fulfill his dream, he shows the courage to leave his old life behind. He knows this journey won't be easy, but he listens to his heart and sets off on an unknown path. Santiago begins his journey and arrives in a foreign city in Africa. This place is entirely different from his homeland. The vast desert, a different language, and a new culture make him feel like an outsider. Everything here is unfamiliar to him. He finds himself among people who don't even understand his language. Despite these challenges, Santiago keeps his courage and confidence intact, but the start of his journey is not smooth. Shortly after arriving, he meets a man who earns his trust but eventually deceives him. This man lures him with promises of helping him find the treasure. Santiago entrusts his entire savings to him. But soon after, he discovers that the man has fled with all his money. This betrayal comes as a significant blow to Santiago. Heartbroken, Santiago wonders if selling his sheep and starting this journey was a grave mistake. Regret fills his mind. He begins questioning his decision and thinks he should never have chased his dream. However, even in such a challenging time, Santiago pulls himself together. He tells himself that this journey is testing him. Instead of giving up, he decides to see this as a learning opportunity. Santiago accepts his circumstances and chooses to rebuild his life. He realizes that fulfilling his dream will require him to face difficulties. He begins to understand that every hardship is bringing him closer to his goal. During his journey, Santiago meets many different people. Each person teaches him a new lesson and changes his perspective. Though these individuals come into his life briefly, their words and experiences leave a profound impact on Santiago. The first major lesson Santiago learns is from a crystal merchant. The merchant is a simple man who has spent his entire life running a small shop. Santiago starts working in his shop, where he learns that hard work and hope can overcome any challenge. He also meets a camel driver who teaches him the importance of living in the present. The camel driver says, "Those who constantly worry about the future lose their today." This conversation makes Santiago realize that he must live every moment of his journey to the fullest. As Santiago continues his journey through the desert, he meets more people: a jewelry merchant who teaches him to cherish small joys, an elder from a desert tribe who shows him the significance of understanding the language of the desert, and many others. Each encounter every challenge, and all his experiences not only bring Santiago closer to his goal but also transform him into a wiser, more self-aware person. He begins to realize that this journey is not just about finding treasure but about discovering himself and understanding the deeper meaning of life. This journey is a blend of hardship and inspiration, repeatedly knocking him down but making him stronger every time. Santiago understands that as long as he listens to his heart and follows his dreams, he will reach his destination. At first, the crystal merchant was hesitant, but Santiago's energy and confidence inspired him to try the change. They experimented with new ideas in the shop, and the results exceeded their expectations. The number of customers grew, and the shop's income increased significantly. This success boosted Santiago's confidence even more. He realized that with hard work and innovative ideas, one could transform any situation. During this time, Santiago learned another important lesson from the crystal merchant. The merchant told him about his own dream to make a pilgrimage to Mecca. However, he had never fulfilled this dream. The merchant explained that he gave up on his dream out of fear that once he achieved it, he would have nothing left to live for. Hearing this, Santiago realized that people often abandon their dreams out of fear of failure or fear that life will lose its excitement after achieving their goal. Santiago also understood that chasing dreams is essential in life because dreams make us better individuals and give us an opportunity to deeply understand life. The time spent with the crystal merchant became very educational for Santiago. He witnessed how a struggling shop, which was once on the verge of shutting down, flourished due to hard work and positive thinking. From this experience, Santiago learned that even in difficult times, one can overcome challenges by maintaining patience. He realized that hard work and efforts made in the right direction never go to waste. This experience instilled a belief in him that he had the ability to achieve his dream, no matter how difficult the path might be. Another important lesson Santiago learned was that small victories lead to bigger milestones. By helping the crystal merchant's shop succeed, Santiago understood that every step matters in a journey. The journey is not just about reaching the destination, but also about embracing the lessons and experiences along the way. The time spent with the crystal merchant became one of the most valuable lessons in Santiago's life. He realized that if a person has the determination to work hard and keeps the lamp of hope burning, they can overcome any difficulty. With this belief, Santiago decided to continue his journey, knowing that even greater challenges lay ahead. But he felt stronger and more prepared than ever before in Santiago's life. The desert journey became a turning point where he learned profound lessons about life and struggle. The vastness of the desert, its uncertainties, and its hidden mysteries compelled Santiago to not only explore the outer world but also take a journey within himself. The challenges and difficulties of the desert repeatedly reminded him that true strength lies in perseverance and patience. When Santiago entered the desert, he realized that while it appeared calm and beautiful, it was equally dangerous and mysterious. The endless expanse of sand, the scorching heat, and the scarce signs of life tried to intimidate him. But Santiago didn't give up. Every morning, as he rode his camel, He felt that the journey was not only about searching for treasure but also about understanding himself and the deeper meaning of life in the desert. Santiago faced several challenges. The first was overcoming his fear. Each morning in the desert brought a new uncertainty. Fear of running out of water, fear of losing his way, and fear of being caught in tribal wars all tried to weaken him. But every time, he listened to his heart and found the courage to move forward. He realized that fear is merely an illusion that tries to lead us away from our goals. The desert taught Santiago that running away from struggles is not the solution to any problem. Every hardship comes to teach us something new and make us stronger. He observed how the plants and animals of the desert adapted to its harsh conditions, facing challenges and finding a way to survive. This showed Santiago that challenges in life are not meant to break us but to make us stronger in the desert. Santiago also learned a lot from a camel driver. The camel driver told him, "The desert only accepts those who understand its rules. Here, only those who act with patience and wisdom can survive." These words made Santiago reflect deeply. He realized that life is like a desert. If we move forward with patience and the right perspective, we can overcome any struggle. The greatest lesson the desert taught Santiago came when he tried to understand its language. He realized that everything, be it a human, a tree, or a grain of sand, is interconnected. This interconnectedness is what makes life beautiful. Santiago understood that during struggles, unless we connect ourselves with nature and the universe, we cannot realize our true strength. In addition, Santiago faced solitude in the desert. Surrounded by nothing but sand and silence, he came closer to his soul. He listened to his inner voice and confronted his fears, weaknesses, and dreams. He understood that true strength lies within us, and we can only discover it when we have the courage to face difficulties. The desert also taught him that in the midst of struggles, the most important thing is faith. When he continued his search for treasure, there were moments when he doubted whether he was on the right path or whether the treasure was just a dream. But he kept the flame of faith alive within him. He realized that if he stayed determined about his destination, the entire universe would help him. The days and nights spent in the desert completely transformed Santiago's character. He became wiser, stronger, and more confident than ever before. He understood that struggles and difficulties are a part of life. And instead of running away, we must embrace them and learn from them. Every day in the desert taught Santiago that struggle is an essential process that leads us to our true destination. He realized that until we accept our weaknesses and rise above them, we cannot recognize our true strength. With this lesson from the desert, Santiago understood the depth of his journey. He realized that struggles are not merely challenges but opportunities to improve oneself and come closer to one's soul. This understanding prepared him for the rest of his journey, where even greater challenges awaited. During his time with the alchemist, Santiago also discovers that true strength lies within us. The alchemist tries to explain to him that we often search for solutions and treasures in the external world. But the real answers and the true treasure reside within ourselves. He teaches Santiago that if a person learns to listen to their heart, they won't need external help to reach their destination. The alchemist gives Santiago another profound lesson: the power of transformation. He shows Santiago how ordinary things can be turned into something extraordinary. He tells him about the philosopher's stone and the elixir of life. However, he also emphasizes that their true significance is not that they can create gold or grant immortality. Their real importance lies in teaching us that transformation and growth are always possible. This lesson helps Santiago rise above his fears and doubts. The alchemist teaches Santiago a simple but profound truth: if you understand yourself and learn to listen to the language of your soul, you can understand the entire world. This deeply touches Santiago's heart. He realizes that his journey is not just about finding treasure in the external world, but also about discovering his soul and recognizing his true strength during their time together. The alchemist also shows Santiago the importance of courage. He says, "Fear is the greatest obstacle that keeps us away from our dreams. But once you look beyond fear, you will realize your true strength." Santiago deeply understands this. He knows that all the challenges he has faced during his journey were meant to strengthen and prepare him through this journey with the alchemist. Santiago begins to realize the treasure hidden within himself. He understands that true happiness and contentment do not lie in external things, but in being connected to one's soul. The alchemist's words and lessons change Santiago's life forever. He learns that the true treasure is neither hidden near the pyramids nor in any other place. It lies within his soul and can only be discovered by listening to the language of his heart. This encounter with the alchemist becomes the most profound experience of Santiago's life. Filled with confidence and courage, he is ready to continue his journey, knowing that he is not just searching for an external treasure, but also embarking on a quest to discover the treasure within himself. Eventually, Santiago reaches the pyramids of Egypt. But there, he faces another great revelation. He learns that the treasure's true location is the very place where his journey began. This teaches him that the real treasure lies in the experiences gained during the journey and the understanding of oneself. We'll meet again with another inspiring story. Until then, keep listening to your heart and never stop chasing your dreams. Thank you.